Google Keep is a note-taking app that's part of the G Suite that you have here at Mid-Michigan Community College. And I just want to point out a little bit about what it is, how to get to it, how you can use it, just to give you kind of an overview of it, because it's a very helpful tool. First thing I want to do, I'm logged in here in a fake student account on the portal. So if I go to Drive, I'll come to my Google Drive, but then if I look over here where there's the other apps that I can get to, I click on that, and if I scroll down, I get down to where Google Keep is. So I click on that. And what that does is that opens up Google Keep. Now what you'll see here, I'll make this a little bit smaller so you can see more. A few different things going on. Here I have various notes that we've taken. These that are pinned, you see that little pin in there, that stick pin, that means they'll stay up at the top. Other notes, as I create them, they'll just keep getting added to the list. But you don't just want to have all your notes in one spot. So what you have the option to do over here is to add labels. And you can see we've created one for Bio 101, Humanities 200, Speech 101. If you want to create other labels, you just click in there to create a label. You name it whatever you want, and then click Done, and it'll add that label over here. So not only are these notes here, if I go into this Bio 101, now I have just my biology notes. And that's a better way to keep track of things. So if you're taking notes for class, one of the first things I'd recommend you do is create labels for those classes. Then when you get to class, you can click on it and create to get in there. Then when it's time to take a note, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. First, we're going to start with taking a note. Now for the title, you might want to title it the chapter that you're in, or you might want to title it the date of the class that you're in. Whichever way makes it a little bit easier for you to remember. But one of the benefits of Google Keep is that you can search your notes. So if there's a topic that you covered and you're not sure where it is in all of your notes within this, you can search for it and find it that way. So that's a very helpful thing. After you name it, you just click in here and then you can take notes. You can also add in pictures. If you're using an iPad, let's say, you can take a picture to add in there. So what I'll do here is just put in some test material. You type your notes in through the day. When you're all done, you click Done. And now I have that note down here. And it's inside of this. If I go to my next class, I can go in here and I can add notes in here. You also see where I have this note, to add a note, I also have a new list, which means if I click on that, there's a list item. So each of these that I add in makes a list for me. Let me add one more. And then I'm done with that. Then as I come through, if it's something that I do need to work on later, I can check these off. And it moves that one down, crosses it out. I get step 2 done and it does that. So if you're working on a project within that course, you can outline your project so you have that available for you too. A lot of different ways that you can use Google Keep. You also, because it's part of Google Suite, it integrates with Google Docs and Google Slides. So you can have some notes on here, do some research, and when you're ready to move into Google Slides and create a presentation, let's say, or into Google Docs and create a report, you can draw your information from here over into that. Like I said in the beginning, this is just an overview of what Google Keep is. In your orientation, you also have a folder that contains Google Docs that go into a lot more detail on how to use Google Keep. So I'd encourage you to look through those. The video kind of lets you see what it is and what it can look like, but those documents will give you a lot more detail. If you have any questions about this or anything else, make sure you fill out a help desk ticket. Have a great day.